Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the recorded audio of the stream as well.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Raise landing gear.
Retracting the landing gear.
I'm just doing a bit of a test today, a bit of a practice before the main stream for Alzheimer's next week. Call it a dry run if you like, which is ironic given that I'm carrying alcohol. Today is I'm running some of the rare items that you can get around Lave. So Lave and Brandy, Selezen evil juice, Azure milk, and I was going to grab some leathery eggs from Zeons, from Ridley Scott and Zeons, but it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the run for them. So carrying, what am I carrying? There you go, 5 tons of Selezen evil juice, 4 tons of Azure milk, or Azure milk, whatever you want to call it, and 7 tons of Lave and Brandy. And I'm going to Leonard Nimoy Station around Vulcan. I can tell you what system that is at the moment, because I didn't make a note of it. Oops. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
So all I'm really doing is just having a bit of a run, just making sure that the stream works okay, making sure that the game works okay, and making sure that I can actually do this run.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I've made some changes to my Twitch site, Twitch pages and so on, in readiness. Irritating. I'll do a bit of a fuel scoop, I think.
Fuel scooping.
I've noticed something. Have Frontier changed the way that heat management works? Because I've noticed I seem to be taking hull damage at 100% rather than taking 120% like I was before. So I'm getting the feeling that something's changed on here without telling me, the buggers.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel scooping also seems a little faster than it was. See, like, I've got steam coming off the dashboard. That never used to happen until about 110%, 120%.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So I assume that that's changed. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
No.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
That was a close escape. So now that I'm carrying quite valuable stuff, I'm not going to be wasting time mucking about. Hoping that once I get a bit further out, it'll be less people around trying to interdict me when I'm carrying shed loads of valuable cargo. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Engage hyperdrive. Why does that say illicit cargo? Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, so just making a quick trip up to Vulcan. Trade off some of this stuff if it's worth it. If not, then I'll head a bit further out, grab another planet and get rid of this cargo, and then head back again. Probably back to Lave, and then back to Mortimer from there. What I'm trying to do is try and get some money in the bank. Maybe try and see if I can upgrade my shield generators or something that's going to give them a bit more protection, because this ship carries no guns, so if I get interdicted by someone then it's quite uncomfortable. Also thinking about getting a better fuel scoop, make this a bit faster if I can get. Obviously don't want to waste too much time on a stream with lots of people watching just fuel scooping, so I would rather spend as little time as possible hanging about. And obviously compared to some other people that I've seen on streams, I have a very crap fuel scoop. Doesn't scoop nearly as fast as anyone else. And that's what I get for not playing this game very often, isn't it? So when I played this the last time, I could fuel scoop at about 35 without taking any damage.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So they've definitely changed a lot of the heat management stuff in this game, which is annoying. I'm going to have to learn it all again for next week. Hi Dorian, what is up with the chat? It would seem to be broken. Oh, stop it. Well, it's not, I don't think it's broken, I think it's just that I keep logging in and out of stuff. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
Either that or it is actually broken.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
Just tell you what I'll do is I'll switch it off for now. Might be a problem with T-board.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, if it ain't working, there ain't any point putting it there. I don't think I really gain anything from it being on there anyway. I don't think anyone else does either, because you can all see the chat just by using the chat window, funnily enough, so I may just take that off, not bother using it anymore. You better not interdict me, because if you do I'm going to scream. Just keep flying by. Bye bye. Bye bye. Nothing to see here. Nothing here but us chickens. do for now. More people arriving, so I'm going to run. Bye bye. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming. I haven't seen that film in ages. Daughter used to sing that all the time when it first came out. Grab a bit of fuel before anybody notices I'm here.
Fuel scooping.
So in the back end, I think see that guy's closing in on me. No, I'm not going to take the risk. I'm off.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
Run away!
Four, three, two, one, engage.
Grab some fuel now.
Fuel scooping.
Yan. Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Take advantage of the yellow stars while I've got the chance to
Fuel
know what I'm
skipping.
going to find on the way out to Vulcan. Oh dear. So, not much to see here. That's good. Not much to see the way people here as well, which is also good. Hopefully they'll stay like that. Top the tank up here. Oh, here's someone coming in. Bloody hell. Never peace and quiet, is there? Just can't have the place to myself. Right, off again.
Fuel
AG
scoop
Lips.
disengaged.
Good name. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2, 1, engage.
Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, done that too closely. It's going to overeat. I'll grab it while I can. Oh dear. I feel like I should apologise for not saying very much, because every other stream that I always watch just always seems to be talk after talk after talk. I do kind of envy the guys that can do that, just talk non-stop. Right, we better move.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive. Fine, such a then.
Frameshift drive charging.
Chill stream. Just watching the scenery fly by. That's fine, as long as you're okay with it.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I'm looking forward to it too. First time I'm going to have done something like that. Quite looking forward to how it's going to turn out. Got quite a few followers compared to what I used to have, so I'm hoping they're all going to join me next week.
Fuel scooping.
I thought I'd kind of try and follow suit with everyone else who's doing charity streams and see if I could do some giveaways. So I put together a quick and dirty Facebook group to see if I could poll some people for some giveaway stuff, and the response was amazing. So in this stream, because I'm probably going to post this on YouTube, I'm going to say thank you to those guys. Dan Grubb from Fantastic Books has donated some books, and Michael Brooks himself has donated a hard copy of Elite Legacy, signed no less. Grant Wilcott, Psycho Cow, has donated some stuff. Docker's mugs and signed photos of his persona, Susan Boyles. Classic stuff. And some Galaxy Map posters. Basically, there's more giveaways in there than I've actually got time for in the stream, I'm sure. But I do appreciate the generosity of everyone out there. Yet again, the community has been a brilliant community. And I'll be giving away a couple of copies of the RPG as well, obviously, because I can. So I've got this system pretty much to myself for the moment, that's good. Hopefully if the servers are working with us. Well, we hope so. I hope nothing's going to go wrong. We should be okay. Fingers crossed. Ooh. 1 o'clock on a Saturday and I'm yawning like it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Shocking behaviour. One thing I did do between the time I last streamed something and now is I upgraded my hyperdrive, so I've got a slightly better range. I think that's actually the long ridiculously silent stream that I've put on. You think we got scan time?
Fuel scooping complete.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how long the actual thing's going to take. I mean, it's Pratchett's disk's 200 and something light years away from Morton Mart, and I've got a hyperdrive that'll do about 10 light years at a time. So that's only what, 10, 20 jumps. That's not a lot to do in however many hours I've got. I'm looking at about 4 hours, but I'm going to give myself enough time to stretch that to 6 or 8 hours, depending on what we need to do. Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive. Okay, voice attack's been funny because of me today.
Frameshift drive charging.
So if we find anything that is unexplored or we get a chance to do some exploration, I'm fitted in a exploration Cobra Mark III. I've got detailed surface scanners, so I may as well give it a go. Just see how much time we've got.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Probably not going to scan every system, but I'll try and fit a few in. I definitely will be carrying cargo, so that we've got the freedom. So I've got the freedom to actually scan things or explore for a bit without risking losing 3 million credits worth of cargo or something stupid like that. So I'm not scooping off that, am I? Engage hyperdrive. Oh, voices that was gone wappy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Maybe if we'd stop talking it would help.
Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I was on the basic one for a while. Wasn't long before I stopped playing regularly that I grabbed myself a detailed surface scanner. It's well worth the purchase if you've got the space for it. I will admit that my Cobra seems to be stacked full of stuff and I can't fit anything else in. I'd love to get some hull protection, just in case I do get attacked again. But I just haven't got anywhere to put it, because all the space is taken up. Contemplating it might be a good idea to get rid of one of my cargo holds at the moment, because I'm not really using them for anything just now, and I'm definitely not going to be using them on Saturday's stream. So. Oh no, getting killed twice wouldn't help you much, no. It's one of the reasons I actually stopped playing in the open play was because I was doing a Brandy run in open play, and I had a hold full of Levy and Brandy, and well, basically the same stuff I've got now. And then some nasty player came and blew me up. I managed to get through all my shields, through my hull, and it just managed to get my cargo hatch as I jumped out. So I lost all that cargo. If it had been an NPC, then I probably wouldn't have had that much of a problem. Tell you, this fuel scoop's actually a lot quicker than it was. Might not have to upgrade the fuel scoop, actually, that might be enough. It's not too much of a chore to do this. Oh, another sun, look. Cool. I've been sitting with about 300,000 credits in my account for the last 6 months now. The problem I've got is that my time's always taken up by Owlin, look! Wow!
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I've been to Owlin for years. Well, since the beta. Wow. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
She's back.
Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. Just get to the same point and the same thing happens again. That's why I'm not wasting any time doing this now, because I know that an NPC could potentially drag me out and actually kill me. So I'm not wasting any time with it now.
Fuel scooping.
It's just not worth the risk. Okay, I'll do a couple of announcements before I carry on. At the moment I'm playing in my own private group called Selezen Lake. If anybody wants to join me, you're welcome to pop in. Just point out as well that next week's stream I'll be in the same private group, Selezen Lake, for the pilgrimage. So if you want to actually join me, maybe form up with me and come with me on the pilgrimage, then add yourself to my group, and I'll make sure that you're all authorised before I head off. End of public announcement. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, bummer. Interdicted en route to another station and got killed. Nothing worse. I can't imagine anything worse. Short trip journey like that and you get pulled out.
2, 1, engage.
So unfair. I wish there was somewhere you can actually just say, look, I just want to trade. I don't want to do any combat in this game, I just want to trade. But then I suppose it wouldn't be the same game, would it? Would it really? Oh, this is where I'm going. I'm here. Which means that Vulcan's in this system. Okay, let's find the station. There it is. That was all kinds of fun. See, that was 120 odd light years. You're looking at about twice that to go to Pratchett's disk, I think. So that took me, what, about half an hour? So the whole trip on its own would take me about an hour maybe. Yeah, I think I should have enough time to do some other stuff on the way. Which is good because it's going to give me enough time to do some giveaways as well. Yeah, this is my mini pilgrimage because I haven't done anything to do anything about Leonard Nimoy, who also died recently, and who I was also a big fan of. But Vulcan's got rings around it. That's pretty. It's pretty actually, I like that. It's just lovely. Wow. Oops. Yeah. Don't sightsee. Not when you're coming from the station. Wow, look at that. Okay, this is just one of those moments where I'm going to have to do something. with my camera. Oh, F10. Let's see the high-res camera works in thingy mode as well. Edoran, you don't need the advanced discovery scanner to scan every system. You can just do it with the basic scanner. I mean, the basic scanner comes as standard with most chips, I think, and it gives you the chance to at least scan something and have a look around. And you can get something for it. Okay, you can obviously get better money if you have the advanced discovery scanner, but the basic one is enough. Nice. Anyway, it's enough of that.
Docking request granted.
Oh, it'll definitely help. You definitely get a bit more money for something if you've done a detailed scan, but you don't have to. Let's say if exploration isn't your primary method of income, then it gives you a little bit extra on top. And every little helps, as they say. Deploy landing gear. Deploy landing gear. Deploy landing gear.
Deploying landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
The dynamo station's fancy as hell, isn't it? Look at that. It's all shiny. It's only the second of these high quality stations I've been to. First one being Mars High in Seoul.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
But that's damn pretty, isn't it? Is it a photo opportunity? I think it is. Oh, I like that. I like that corona coming out from the bottom. What voice was what? Oh, that. Oh, the voice attack. That's just the default Astra voice. It's is it Astra voice? Or is it Ivona? It's Ivona, sorry. I think it's the Ivona voice simulation thing that Windows actually has. Yeah, pretty like that. Okay. Yeah, it's the default one that comes with it. I think I have bought an add-on pack, but I don't think I've actually used it yet. It's just the default voice that comes with voice attack. Right, let's see how much I can sell this Shenazal for. Commodities, probably not the full amount yet. 16,000. I can get a lot more if I go a bit further out. Would you look at that? That's a really good profit, that is. You can get a little bit more. You know what, I'm going to head a bit further out, I think. Map. I want to just wonder which way it came from. So if I set a path for there, and go back to where I was. Here, so I know that going that way would be the wrong way, so I need to go that way. It's nice that we're back actually amongst places where we started. I actually didn't realise that that's where we were. Well, that's where Vulcan was, they put it quite near where the original beta start point was. So we're in the pill. In the pill. How good is that? Oh, there's a big thing for H. Draconis there. I think all the voice attack things sound awesome. They've done a really good job with this product they've made. It's brilliant. Apala. So let's set a path for there. Have a look at what's in there. There's a system. There's a starport, then I'm laughing. Yeah, there's a starport there, look. Okay, let's give that a go. Do. Right. Let's have a look at the shipyard. No, not the shipyard, that's what I wanted to look at. Stupid boy. I want to look at outfitting. No ropes, can't afford anything. That's why I'm going all the way as far as I'm going. That was our visit to
Ship released.
Nemo
Engines
Station.
engaged.
Raise landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
It's very nice. Oh, I'm going to pop here. Pop back here again on the way back, I think. have sold me gubbins. Oh, look at that, that's lovely. Through the rings, look at that. He has no fear. That's probably something that all these regular streamers and regular players do without even thinking about it, to be honest. But me, because I only get to play this every now and again, I still think it's awesome. I just think the graphics on this game are awesome. I think the gameplay is pretty good. The station designs are lovely. Just look at, I mean, look at that. I mean, how can you say that's not awesome? Just the sights you can see sometimes just look breathtaking. Anyway, this isn't getting me into hyperspace, is it?
Frameshift drive charging.
See this?
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Pick up some fuel while I'm here. I have
Fuel scooping.
I have the tools and I have the talent. Yeah, I've gone too far, haven't I? That was a bit silly. Yeah, right, I'll dive out of there. Oops.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage hyperdrive. Engage hyperdrive. Oh, for the love of God. Astra. Astra. Stupid ship.
Frameshift drive charging.
Balls to you then. Found both Voyager probes in Sol. Have you? Awesome. I haven't even gone looking. I've been to Sol once. I popped round, had a look round all the system,
4,
and then I came home
3,
again.
2, 1, engage.
Not really looked for all the things that are in there. There's loads and loads of things I could look for, but just haven't got the time. Because when I'm in game, I want to be doing something useful at the moment, rather than looking at all the pretties. I can do that when I don't have any work to do. But at the moment, I've got a book to write, and that's what takes up 90% of my time. Can't really justify spending time playing with a game when I should be writing a book. That's okay. I don't mind. I'll get my chance eventually. You know, there's so many dodgy people floating around here. I'm off. Engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Yeah, it's an amazing little trip, isn't it? Well, it's only like a little voyage in a space game, but just to see that Sol's there and Earth's there and what they look like and how well they've been rendered and how nice they look.
Fuel scooping.
And of course Saturn's rings. Who couldn't visit the system without go flying around Saturn's rings at least once? Just have a look, see. It's good stuff. See, I was lucky, or I am lucky, because like the other backers at my level, we automatically get a Sol permit, so we start off being able to go there. I don't think I'm allowed to go to Machinar yet. I think I need to get a permit for there. But yeah, it was one of the first things I did once we got the full version, was to nip over there and have a look at what the old hometown looks like. But as far as my in-character self is concerned, my home is... Well, actually I've kind of got two.
Fuel scoop
My
disengaged.
character's home is Tianisla. And my sort of in-game home for the RPG is Morton Mart system. Permit for what? Permit for Atinar, the Imperial home world, Imperial home system. I think you need to get a permit for that as well, if I remember rightly.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
I haven't done the grand tour yet. At one point what I intend to do is do a tour of all the home systems of all the different organisations. So I'll nip over to Sol, then I'll fly around to Atinar, and then I'll fly up to Alioth. Are you a Federation person then, Edoran? You're Fed.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Dear me. Oh well, no one's perfect. I'm staunchly independent. Although I suppose being independent, I'll just take whatever money I can get wherever I am. If that means aligning with the Feds or the Imps or whoever else is doing something that I like the sound of, I'll do it. As long as there's money in it for me. I'm a true down to the heart mercenary. When I first started out in the beta, I was delivering leaflets for the Federation. I was also delivering leaflets for the Imperials. No, I wasn't, because I didn't have them at that point. I was just delivering leaflets. I didn't care where they came from. I just went to the office, picked up a wad of paper, and then stuffed it in the hold.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I think you can get rid with all the factions. You can do that. It doesn't really matter.
4, 3.
And if your reputation's good enough with each one, then they will forgive you the fact that you have a reputation with other factions as well, which is an interesting thing. Something I tried to actually emulate in the role-playing game at one point. Not entirely sure it was working very well, but the new version of doing it seems to emulate it quite well.
Fuel scooping.
See, if I had the chance, or if I had the ability in this game, I would bring back Galcop, because that's who I'm really, in my head, as a gamer, that's who I'm affiliated with. Because I was a big fan of the original Elite. Galcop was the organisation that took my imagination the most. The Federation and the Imperials just seem like... To me, this is my opinion, so it's not the opinion of Frontier or anything like that, or it's not influenced in any way in the RPG. But I was a big Elite fan, original Elite fan, and the Imperials and the Federation just seem to be very samey. You know, if you understand what I mean? It's very derivative in a sense. Like the unnamed Federation doesn't really have a face, and then there's the unnamed Empire, which doesn't face either, and it just has this figurehead Emperor. They've made a decent story out of the Imperial stuff. with the Emperor's illness and so on, which actually I must shamefacedly admit for the last while haven't really kept up with. Last I heard was that his daughters were coming out of hiding and vying for the throne or something like that, so I don't know where the storyline went from then. So yeah, Frontier and First Encounters were there. I was aware of them. I bought them both. I played Frontier on the Amiga, and I got competent, I believe. I think I got quite a high Federation rank. I don't think I got much of an Imperial rank, because I did a lot of missions for the Federals.
Ready to engage. 3, 2,
everything. I always come back.
engage.
I always come back to original Elite. Didn't get far. 14, 15. Yeah. Well, 1985 I tried it, so I was 11 or 12. Because I got it when it first came out on the Spectrum, and I had a +2A at that point.
Fuel scooping.
I'm just trying to focus on doing this, or else I'll bugger it up again. There we go, that'll do. Yeah, Elite was the game I fell in love with. That was what made me fall in love with gaming. It was the first game that I really got into and played and played and played and played. And then obviously the Amiga came along. First game I got for the Amiga, it was the very first game, and I got it with the game. I actually got, my birthday's quite close to Christmas, so I got Elite for the Amiga for my birthday, and then 8 days later I got the Amiga I could play it on. And I just spent that entire week reading and reading and reading that manual and that story, everything, and I just immersed myself in it. And I even at one point came up with an idea for a story inside my head, and actually wrote it when I was at school. So when we got back to school after getting the Amiga version, in my head I was trying to justify to myself why my character lost his rank, because I was Elite on the Spectrum, and yes, I did cheat to get it.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
And then I had to justify why I was back down to Harmless in the Amiga version. And I did, by saying that he cheated. And on my website, I've got some short stories on there on the Elite sub-site. And the first one is a rewrite of that first story and that first criminal investigation as to why he was Elite.
Frameshift drive charging.
Rolling in the same speed with the stations was digital input. No, it wasn't. I agree completely. That was a nightmare, especially on the clicky keyboard the +2 had. Click, 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 click,
4,
click,
3,
click, 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 click,
2,
click, 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 shit,
1.
click, click. Ah!
Engage.
I never could play with the mouse. Never could play with that mouse. I still can't. I still can't play any game with the mouse. The only game I've ever played with a mouse was Thunderhawk, and again I think that was the Amiga, and it was the only one I could do it with because it was designed to do that with. I couldn't play any flight sim games or anything like that with a mouse, and I've tried to play this with the mouse, and I just can't. It just does my head in. Obviously the Amiga was the first one I tried it with, Amiga Elite, which I still have to do a review for, because another shameless plug is Anthony Oliver's Elite Archives book. I'm supposed to be doing, or I am doing the Amiga review for the Amiga version of Elite, which he's kindly asked me to contribute to it. I keep forgetting to do it, so I kind of remembered I had to do that yesterday when I was talking to him about stuff. Well, I'm impressed. Hat goes off to you, Doran, because I can't. I've tried. Before I got the joystick I've got now, I only had a gamepad I was playing it with, and it wasn't great. So I tried it with the mouse for a bit, and I just thought, yeah, it's worse. It's just worse. Wow, that's a big lumpy planet. Joystick or controllers don't work for you. Well, don't work as in you plug them into your computer, they just don't work, or you don't like them.
Docking request granted.
Deploy landing gear.
Deploying landing gear.
Oh, you're awake. Well done.
Landing gear deployed.
I hate this long landing bay. It's a pain in the backside. I actually had the same problem, to be honest. A lot of my early sessions, some of the, I think the first Twitch feed that
Engines
I did.
Disengaged.
No, was it before even Twitch? Before I'd even Twitch, I couldn't get my fingers working properly on which buttons were which, and I managed to smash myself into the side of the docking bay twice, which was well impressive. Yeah, especially when one of them was with a hold full of cargo. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's more like it. That's near enough. Near enough. I'll have some of that. 68,000 credit profit. Woo! Enjoy your milk, people. Oh yeah, we're well up there, that's great. So how much am I going to get for that? I'm going to get 78,000. Submit. Nice. And the biggie. This is the one that's going to bring me in a shitload of money. There we go. 500,000. I have 500,000 credits. That is quite impressive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take note of that planet name. Or that system name, sorry. Because that's a good system, that. I like that. I'm going to use that as my go-to place for selling this stuff. It's me past some nice places. So, la. Some kind of things work together. I'm sure I did practice control or even never use it. Okay, what can I buy here? Animal monitors. Where would I sell them to? So what do I get from that? About 800 credits per ton. Advanced catalyzers. You know what? Fill the hold up with some of them. Truck ID. No, I've got the ED tracker. ED trackers very similar to the track car, but it's about a quarter the price. But no, it's not hard to set up at all. I'm contemplating on the stream. I do have a webcam. I just haven't got it set up today. And you'll see it all stacked. I mean, if you look at the main page on the Twitch page, the panels below the main window, it's got my kit set up on there, so you can see what I'm using. But no, you set the ED up as your head look controller. It's simple enough, so obviously it picks it up. Really Dangerous picks it up as a controller, and it just works basically. There you go. See, it's a bit weird trying to look straight forward while moving my head around this much, so you don't do it too much. But not as good as Oculus Rift. Oculus Rift's awesome because it lets you actually lean to the side. Apparently, if I use the Open Tracker software with this, it'll let me do that. It'll let me look over, tilt my head and stuff like that. But no, it's not hard to set up. I would recommend that you get the software that comes with the ED Tracker, ED Tracker GUI, GUI. That just lets you calibrate it initially, and then once you've done that, it just works. And it has a little reset button on the thing itself. So if it starts to drift, you press the reset button, and it's all sorted again. I don't have to do that very often. I seem to have it set to do some kind of automatic recentering. So if I don't use both axes, so it'll let me look around doing that and stay in the place. But if I move back to level, then it resets me, which is a bit on the odd side. So I'm probably going to do something that will fix that. Well, it obviously amplifies the movement, so you don't have to move your head that much. I mean, this, I've moved my head about 10 degrees in order to look right down, and it's still within the range of my movement, so it's not too bad. It's not like your eyes poking out your ear or something like that. Yeah, but you know, for the price, it's. I mean, I bought mine at LaveCon last year, and it was 25 quid, and I thought that was well worth it for what I've got. It gives me that range of movement. I don't have to worry about using the hat on the joystick anymore for it. I've got this, and I've got that used to it now that I can't play without it now, which is useful. Oculus Rift is an awesome bit of kit. I mean, that is a borrowed Grant Woolcott's one. Psycho Cow. He's sending it around the country or something for some reason. I don't know. It's lovely. I wasn't impressed with the resolution. I thought the DK2 was going to be high resolution, but I may have not had it set up right. But even with the way it was working, it was awesome. It was so immersive. Every movement that you make is emulated perfectly. I mean, you can tilt your head to the side a little bit and it'll tilt everything to the side. You can look around the entire cockpit. I just wish there was some way of taking screenshots of that which would do it justice, because it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I smell bacon. My son's making bacon. Bastard. Sorry, language. PG stream and all that. So where am I going to go to sell these? What is it I've got? Catalytic converters, was it? Advanced catalyzers. Where can I sell that shizzle? Oops. I wonder what happens if I scan a system but not all of it with my also great basic disk scanner, then sell it. We'll be able to return to the system to scan the same system, more detail with detailed scanner and sell the data again. Yes, you could. You can do that. You can actually sell the same data from the same system multiple times, I think, because I've done it. I've gone to systems where I've been before and it still offered me the opportunity to scan it again. So I can't see why not. That's how I managed to make some money on the same trade routes, because when I was doing Brandy runs the last time, I would use the same routes and I'd scan them before I bought the main scanner, the big scanner, and then when I bought the new scanner I was doing the same routes again. I think I was scanning the same routes there, so yeah, go for it. Yay. Where am I going to sell this stuff? How do I find out where to sell this stuff? So I keep doing this, I keep buying shit, and then I keep not knowing where to sell it. I'm going to use one of these trade tools, I think, and work out what to do with this damn thing now. Well, that's a bit far away. Distance any, that's not telling me anything at all, is it really? LHS 1226. That's a bit more like it, it's still not great though. Stinger. No, wrong way. Eons. That's not too bad. I'll give that one a lock. Can do that in one go. It's an option. In. Nah, you know what? I think that'll do. I'll do that. Ouch. So I'm gonna have a 2-minute break because one headset is hurting my head, so I'm gonna take it off and rub my head for a bit. I was going to go do something secret. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. I'm back. My head has been rubbed. My ears have been rubbed. My secret things have been secretly done. And I have told my son to make me a bacon sandwich because he made himself one and didn't offer anybody else, a selfish little bugger. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm taking advanced catalyzers to some planet or other. Awesome. Right, let's do that. There's the door.
Ship released.
Raise landing gear. Raise landing gear.
Retracting the landing gear.
There you go. Afterburners.
Afterburners. Maxing engines.
I was talking a little while ago about Elite and the fact that I'm an Elite fan rather than a Frontier First Encounters fan. To finish that story off, essentially, up until the launch of Elite Dangerous, even up until that point I was still Elite, purely Elite. Frontier and First Encounters just didn't drag me back at all, but Elite always did. And whether it was a Spectre emulator or an Amiga emulator or Elite, the originally Mac clone written by Giles Williams, which you can see at www.ulite.com. elite.com, or elite.com, which is OOLITE, which is a very, very good remake of Elite. Captures the spirit of the original completely, and is awesome. There's a lot of great guys there who've done a lot of great work with it.
Frameshift drive charging.
And made it look fantastic. And the original screenshots of it don't do it justice anymore because it's had a big graphics rethink in the last year or so, and it now looks absolutely beautiful. Proper shading and all that, and shaders and
4, 3,
all the different graphic stuff that make a game look spectacularly good. And it's one of the games that I think, and I've said this in public at LaveCon in front of Elite developers, I think it's one of those games that kept the flame alive for a lot of years between in the dry spell when we were all waiting for Elite 4 to come out. It's awesome game. Awesome game. Given the fact that it's been written by people who've done it for free and have maintained it for what must be near now a decade now, it's very, 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 very good. So I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing here because this is a bit tricky. Hey, that worked pretty well.
Fuel scooping complete.
Hey! Mega. Anyway, yeah, I kept on playing that, and that's what kept the flame alive.
Disengaged.
Oh, more secrets. Well done, it was good time in Edorin. Is it Edorin or Edorin or Edorin or Edorin? Here's my attempts at doing strange accents. No idea what any of them are. Oh, wireless headset would be awesome. You should see the mess of cables I've got coming from this headset. I mean, I've got the headset cable itself, I've got the microphone cable, and I've got the Ed Tracker cable coming off it, and it just turns into a mess. Once you join it up, it goes over the joystick and over the keyboard. So when you join that all together, it's like Cable City. It really is. Occasionally, I've got quite a stiff laugh. Got quite a stiff cable for the Ed Tracker. And it actually has a tendency to press keys on the keyboard when I'm not paying attention. So,
Frameshift drive charging.
one thing I will say is that adding all the stuff to this headset has made it quite heavy.
4, 3,
Edorin. Right,
2,
Edorin it is then.
1. Engage.
Perhaps more fuel while I'm here, perhaps. Not that I really need to at this point, but it's quiet, so...
Fuel scooping.
I should really give a shout out to the Elite guys more often. I mean, I owe them a lot. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have been as involved in the Elite community as I am now. I probably wouldn't have done the RPG either. Because it was the whole conversation. I was around there when the whole conversation between Drew and some of the other guys was going on about kickstarting the writer's pack, so the kickstarting a Kickstarter. So it was them that put that idea into my head as well, and that's what put me where I am now. I think you can buy the original Elite one from Frontier District for nothing. Yes, indeed you can, and I have bought it for my princely sum of nothing.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Frontier have a habit of putting stuff into my shop or into my purchased items list that I've not bought, which is quite a surprise. They don't tell you they've done it, but obviously as a high level pledger, there's quite a lot of stuff that I'm entitled to download that I don't actually have to go into the shop and buy. It just appears as if by magic in my shop.
Frameshift drive charging.
And, Elite 1 was actually one of the things that popped in there. I just saw it in there one day when somebody said it was around, and I looked in my purchased items box and it was actually there, even though I hadn't bought it. It was just put there for me, which is very kind of Frontier.
2, 1, engage.
I was going to put the camera on a little while ago. When I got up I was going to plug the camera in. But then I thought no, because I haven't brushed my hair today and I look like a mess. So I thought I won't bother yet. What I'm thinking about doing is the camera I have isn't a particularly great one, but I do have a camcorder sitting not far away. So what I was contemplating doing was using that one instead. Slightly higher resolution, might have slightly better focus on it, because the webcam I have is quite a tight shot. From where the monitor is to where my head is, it's like full face more than anything else. So, but then I keep thinking, do I really need it for the stream? Is it personal enough? Is it too personal? Is it too much for a first stream? Then I keep remembering it's up to me. It's my stream, I'll do what I bloody like. If I want you lot to have to look at my ugly mug for the entire 4 hours that I'm on there, then you'll look at my ugly mug for the next 4 hours.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, face cams are a difficult thing to sort of work out whether I should do or not. I keep thinking if I'm going to do a face cam, I'd rather do it properly, you know, the proper green screen and all the kind of editing stuff that can make it look half decent. Otherwise you're just looking at me up against the background of what's in my office, which isn't a dedicated gaming room, it's my place where I write more than anything else. Since getting the gaming PC at Christmas, it's also where I play Elite, and occasionally City Skylines and occasionally Euro Truck Simulator, both of which are Squirrel's fault. He made me buy them by playing them and making them look really good. Euro Truck Simulator is a guilty pleasure. It's one of those things I've always wondered about. If I was going to go for a career change, would I go for a career change to truck driving? Because it always has sounded quite appealing. I think, you know, I've got family here that rely on me, and being away from them for what might be more than a day at a time, not something I'm really keen on. Essentially because I am my wife's carer as well, so I have responsibilities here that would preclude me from driving across Europe in a truck. But then along came Euro Truck Simulator 2, so now I can do it anyway, while it's in the comfort of my office. Or at least when I'm finished doing the book anyway. But again, it's not something I want to sit and play. I'll maybe have a half-hour blast on it, just to chill out after a hard evening of writing. That's pretty much it. I'm not skipping here then, am I?
Fuel scooping.
Didn't think I could, but I have.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, all legitimate concerns.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I mean, the camera I've got is of the screen. I could put a little, when the camera's not connected, it comes up as a little red box at the bottom of the screen, so it doesn't take all that much space up. If you look at where the heat signature is, it comes to about the top of the heat signature on the screen. So it's a very small image, just something to let you know that there's a person here, rather than just some robot playing a game.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Tell you what I might do when I reach the next trade station, when I try and get rid of these catalysts, whatever they are. I may drop the stream and then actually
Fuel scooping.
have a look up in the resolution, because I'm sure since I've upgraded my broadband recently, I'm sure that I can actually increase the resolution that's being piped out, and I want to try and see if I can get a better quality on there, because it does look quite grainy from here. Yes, a very sophisticated text speech. Not that sophisticated. I'm not that bright. Yeah, I've noticed that it does get a bit blocky. I mean, I've got the productivity PC currently has the browser window with my Twitch feed on it. That's how I'm keeping up with the chat. But it also has the feed there, so I can see what it looks like. Because obviously I am testing for next week on here as well. But yeah, I can see it's even at the size it is on my screen down below. It is getting a bit blocky when I move around. So yeah, I think I'll try and up it slightly, see what I can do. Alright, I think that's perhaps enough fuel.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Yeah, look, I'm still trying to get used to it. I think 80% is the threshold now, isn't it? So I suppose in a sense that's a bit more realistic than being able to go all the way to 100% without any effects. But I don't know, where am I going? I have no idea where I'm going. Lerman Dock. That's where the trade tool says I should be going. Lerman Dock. Oh, that's a bloody long way away.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, somebody's knocking at my door. It's me bacon sandwich, oh yes. Thank you, child. Say hello to the stream.
Oh, you're online.
I am. Having kids is great. Bacon sandwich, yes, with what is it? Frank's Red Hot Wing Sauce. Lovely stuff. Right, I need to find somewhere to put it where I can actually eat it. So if I move that. Yeah, sorry about the odd head movements while I try and work out where I'm going to put my sandwich, where I can reach it and consume. There we go. Oh yeah. Big fat cut off and everything. Nom 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 nom. Right, I better slow down a bit. Oops, too late. Too late. I'm gonna go swishing past that, aren't I? Or am I? May have actually managed to pull this in. Always pulled it back in, look at that. Oh, really? Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Come on, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Come on. Hey! Ooh, that's an interesting look. That looks. Sorry, I'm going to screenshot that because that looks weird. I'm sure I'm being followed. I think I've noticed a pattern actually. When I'm going dead fast, going up a full lick all the way, I don't seem to get interdicted as much. As soon as I slow down, people can catch up with me. Go away. Said go away. Leave me alone. Oh, it's an outpost. I can't see anything.
Docking request.
There's my docking bay. Deploy landing gear.
Deploying landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
I have to admit, I love this game's immersion. I love the sound design. I was actually not reading, but I was watching a YouTube review. It was a comparison of Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous on YouTube yesterday. And I have to admit, they said something that is completely right. The game design, sort of the sound design for this game is amazing. Light up. Just that when you deploy the landing gear, you can hear them deploying, and it does sound in the headset like it's coming from like right below you. It's amazing.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
This canopy is broken. You're trying to get to a station for it. Yes, definitely. Thankfully, I haven't been in that situation yet. Starport services. Right, sandwich. Bacon, nom nom nom. To apologise to anybody who's listened to this, that includes you, Edder, and anybody who might be on YouTube watching it later on, once I post it, that you're going to hear me masticating through a sandwich now. But I don't apologise for that in the slightest, because it's a bacon sandwich and bacon is awesome. If you want to know how awesome bacon is, then ask Squirrel. Squirrel's another streamer, by the way. He has recently gone, this month he's gone full-time streaming. He's a very established, old-school guy. He's very entertaining, very much fun to watch, and he's plays some awesome games as well. Yeah, it's the immersiveness, isn't it? It's it's how much it can immerse you in a game. and I have to admit I've not played anything that has been anywhere near. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's a major profit. I'm well impressed with that. That's what, 900 credits per ton I'm going to make there. Oh wow, 20,000. 20,000 credits. Awesome. I like that. I'll buy that for $1. Bacon. Nom nom nom. Right, what can I buy here? Painite? That doesn't sound very healthy. Demand. Oh, I looked at the wrong column. Don't want to buy anything from that column. Bacon! I'll tell you what I'll do. While I'm chewing through this, I'll quit the stream just now. And what I'll do is I'll up the quality of the recording and stick it back on again. So I shall say bye for now. This will be post number 1 that I put on YouTube later on. I have to tune in for part 2 in a few minutes. Bye!